Over time, I've come to realize that money is just a tool. If you don't make money work for you, you'll end up just working for money. And if you don't learn how to make money work for you, you'll never achieve real and true freedom. It doesn't matter how much money you actually earn. And listen, no one is going to come and save you. No one is going to pick up a little responsibility hat and put it on your head. You have to realize that you have it within you to make changes and enter your rich girl era and change all the cycles of scarcity mindset and intergenerational trauma that you've experienced and completely transform your life. You have the power to do that. And in this video, I'm going to give you practical tips on exactly what to do pre-rich girl era and during rich girl era to not only build a mindset that's going to earn you loads of money and build loads of wealth, but also maintain that mindset for the rest of your life and essentially change your life. So let's jump into pre-rich girl era. You have to recognize that you actually have the power to make a decision and then stick to that decision. It costs nothing and it doesn't require anyone else to do anything. No one is coming to save you from your current situation. No one is going to give you permission to change things up about your life. And if you're waiting for a certain milestone or a certain goal before you decide to apply for that dream job or decide to move out or start that business, you will always make more excuses to not do that thing. And I'm not trying to put you down or discourage you from changing your life. I'm trying to emphasize that you have complete power. You can decide tomorrow to change things and then make a plan to change things. You can take ownership of your life and decide to level up. Deciding to level up also means facing reality. And if we want to enter our rich girl era, we need to know what our financial reality is. So take account of your assets and your liabilities. Your assets are things that you own, that you fully do not rely on anyone else for, and that you have right now for yourself. And your liabilities are things that you do not own, that you do rely on someone else for. So your assets could be things like savings, bags, art, anything, and your liabilities could be credit card bills, loans, car finances. Write down your assets, write down your liabilities, and compare the two. What is the difference? What is the plan we need to work on to convert more into assets? You have to list them out and actually see where the work needs to be done so that we can figure out what work we have to do. We also want to confront our beliefs about money. And the reason I think this should be a pre-rich girl era mindset change is because it doesn't actually matter when you decide to confront your beliefs, because your beliefs will come and ruin things for you if they're not fixed at any given moment. I've self-sabotaged a lot during my life, and I've self-sabotaged at times where I thought I actually wasn't capable of doing that myself. Knowing that your deep-rooted beliefs and money mindset is going to come and interrupt your rich girl era at any given time, you may as well face and squash that now before you're actually trying to work on yourself and earn that money. So ask yourself, what are your beliefs about money? And a podcast I really recommend for this is the To Be Magnetic podcast, specifically episodes 208 and 209, or 209 and 210. It's a 2-part episode pack on financial abundance. So ask yourself, do you feel like you'll ever have enough money? Do you feel like the rug's going to be pulled out from underneath you at any given moment in time? Do you feel like you'll never be secure no matter how much money you earn? Think about where you developed these beliefs from and try and undo that work. What does undoing that work mean? For me, undoing that work has meant finding the evidence in real life that those beliefs are actually rooted in lies that I've told myself. Online and social media is a great way to actually change your beliefs about money as well. I work at a firm that makes a lot of money, and working at that firm has exposed me to how much money can be made just purely from seeing the amounts of money that clients pay for the work that we do, seeing the salaries of senior leadership, knowing that there is so much money out there that is available to actually earn, and realizing that there are people out there who probably earn your yearly salary in a month, probably even a week, and allow that to expand your mindset of what is actually even possible in this world. Finally, in our pre-rich girl or woman era, we want to focus on actually reducing our expenses and increasing our income, because practically those are the steps that we need to take. To reduce your expenses, if you're in your early 20s, I would think about the Pareto principle and how 20% of causes result in 80% of the consequences. Think about what the 20% of the categories in your budget are that's resulting in 80% of your expenditure. For most people in their 20s, who statistically in your 20s, you have the least amount of money, your biggest area of expenses is probably going to be your rent and bills. So how can you reduce those, and what sacrifices can you make in your early 20s that are short term just to save on these bigger expenses and make the biggest difference to your budget? Can you do things like find a roommate or live in a cheaper area or city? Can you cook more at home? Can you DIY more of your beauty routines? There are so many things that you can try to look at to short term reduce your expenses so that you have more to play around with. And on increasing your income, try to change your mindset to the world. I know that's going to sound very cliche and not very practical at all. Come on, Dev. If you see more opportunity in everything, there will always be more opportunity in everything. Think about the skills that you have, or maybe the things that you think you'd enjoy building and how you could leverage those to do services for other people. Is there a bridging job that you could take up to earn a little bit of extra money with the extra time that you perhaps have? Is there anything lying around in your immediate environment that you could pick up and sell tomorrow? And I'll share a story about how I got a second job while I was at uni. I was working in a panini place and I overheard the shop owner talk about how he needed someone to help out with his accounting and finances. I was studying accounting and finance at the time and actually struggling to get an internship. I was eavesdropping, so I just tapped him on the shoulder and I said, I'm studying accounting and finance. I would love to help you out. I would love to intern. I would love to take up a part-time position. Things worked out and I ended up doing that. It's because I was looking out for opportunities to try and find that work experience at the time, and that came to me. Now, as you're doing the above and focusing on your rich girl era or your rich woman era, you have to focus on your health, because health is wealth and a healthy woman is a rich woman. And this is because prioritizing your health will mean better ideas, better energy, more confidence to talk about and share those ideas with your network, more confidence to actually build a network itself, faster recovery when you're ill, which means ultimately over time you're going to be more productive. And all of these factors just mean that your earning potential will skyrocket. You want to invest into your healthy habits and invest into being consistent with them. Whether this means investing into a nicer gym that you're more likely to go to, nicer water bottles that are going to mean that you're more likely to stay consistent with your hydration habits, maybe a fitness or a sports coach to help you actually stay accountable to your goals and also build a different skill. Prioritize your physical health and you'll reap the benefits in your mental health and earning potential as well. You're also less likely to burn out if you're actually physically a lot happier. The second thing you want to do during your rich woman era is work smart and not hard. Contrary to popular belief, hard work does not mean more money or more wealth. I think hard work up front is great to maybe learn systems or learn skills or learn what does and doesn't work for you. But over time, you want to become more efficient and smarter with how you do things and ultimately do less to produce more. And working smart and not hard over time is absolutely essential because that will allow you to also maintain your physical and mental health habits alongside your wealthy woman building habits as well. And again, just overall avoid burnout. So working smart and not hard involves getting to grips with systems of work, productivity hacks, planning, time batching, and ultimately gearing towards time freedom. Hustle culture is, to be honest, just out. So I would experiment with different productivity frameworks, different planning methods and planning frameworks themselves, and find something that allows you to be super productive, get into flow state more often, and produce better quality results over time. And financially, we want to think about what 20% of effort is going to give us 80% of those results again. How can we be financially low maintenance? Because that is what our rich woman era is all about. Can we work hard to invest as much as possible now, i.e. put that 20% grind in so we can reap the benefits of compound interest over time, giving us that 80% result and also maybe allowing us to retire early? Can we keep an eye on our workplace pension, maybe result in 20% more workplace admin that actually results in a nicely padded out pension pot with maximized employer contributions? Can we funnel money now into sinking funds or an emergency fund so that later on we are anxiety and stress free if an emergency or unexpected bill arises? When we're entering our rich woman era, we really want to try and reprogram our mind to find the gratitude in things around us. We have to look for things we're grateful for all the time. Because if you're looking for things to appreciate, you literally won't have room to think about the things that you don't appreciate or the things that you really want that you don't have yet. I think our brains are relatively simple. We just need to fill it with the good stuff. And to maintain being in our rich woman era, we really want to focus on investing into ourselves. Investing into ourselves is also a great way of working smart and not hard, and also still applying that Pareto principle. Maybe doing an intense course on productivity or public speaking or storytelling will result in you producing much better quality work for your clients, maybe producing much better work in your 9 to 5, and generally expanding your knowledge, staying relevant, and believing in yourself and what you're capable of is going to expand the opportunities that actually become available to you. And don't forget to, as you're on your rich woman era journey, count your small wins, especially the financial ones. Every time money comes towards you, every time you get something, whether that's literally a shopping voucher, cash back, points on your food shop, appreciate those small things and affirm to yourself that things like that just keep happening to you, because they do. Use it to affirm how financially magnetic you are. And finally, surround yourself with the people that inspire you. Keep your environment, your online consumption, your friendship circles, your family, not that you can change much about that, but keep that protected, and honestly keep yourself inspired, because you are what you consume. And if you're entering your rich woman era, you want to be supported and lifted through into that. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I am so passionate about changing your mindset into a building wealth mindset rather than a I can't change, I'm gonna wait for the perfect moment to change mindset. And I hope it's inspired you to take some action and make a decision to change your life, because it's super easy. You don't have to want to be an entrepreneur to enter your rich woman era, and you can do it while still being in a 9 to 5. It's just thinking about how you can maximize your money and also make it work for you. And if you want to know more about wealth building, I've got a video for you on a mindset shift you need to make, which I'm gonna link right here, and it's science backed, which is ideal. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.